Hello, beloved, and welcome to your message from the big G-O-D, okay? God Himself, I thank you so much for your time. I thank you for joining me, all right? So, if you were keen on booking me, right, for reading, I offer one-on-one sessions as well. I offer dream interpretations, love readings, spiritual path readings, as well as messages from God. My one-on-one sessions are via Zoom call, Skype, WhatsApp video call, as well as FaceTime, alright? Let's begin with your message from God. Let's find out, beloved, why were you spiritually led here? Why did you resonate with the title, alright? Why did your own YouTube algorithm present you with this message? Let's tap in, beloved. Let's find out what's in this message for you. Why are you here? What's here for you? Okay? So before we begin, God is saying I should sip on my sipping. Alright. We may begin, ladies and gentlemen. Let's tap in. So before we go any further, I split the deck on the Star card as well as the Queen of Pentacles card. So these cards, the Star is the representation of the Aquarian energy, and then the Queen of Pentacles is a representation of the Virgoan energy. The Aquarius is the Star, the Virgo is the Virgin, right? So God is saying picture an actual star and then picture an actual virgin. How would you combine the two analogies, right? How would you make a comparison between those two things? A star, the stars and the virgin, or the concept of being a virgin, rather, right? Take that analogy for example. Think about that for a second. God is wanting you to think. God says that systematically we've been taught to think virginity is your, a sacred form of sexuality where someone is in their most pure state of being. Someone is pure, right? Within their sexual nature, within their sacred chakra, their sex life, right? Their sexual energy as well. But with time, what I've learned within my experience of life with regards to the concept of, sexuality and the ideology itself, the analogy I like to use, it's sort of like how people nowadays sling dick, right? Men sling dick and then they call themselves men, or they call themselves alpha men, they call themselves emperors, alpha males, right? Where they're a bunch of omegas and betas that have yet to, they're unhealed, they're in a traumatized state of being, and they don't have a way of life that is correct. And same with the feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? You get feminines that sleep around and then call that pussy power, or a feminine, or an idolization of femininity, or a glorification rather, right, of that. Which, if you fall in alignment with that, then clearly you lost, and that's the truth of life, right? So taking those two concepts and think about that for a minute and see how those two concepts of life based on the male and the feminine, how they've taken over the world, right? The concept that sex is power, more, not like the spirit of sex. It's more like, ooh, sex, right? All that. It's nothing more than just slinging dick and opening my legs and popping pussy, right? Not me, right? I'm just a vessel. I'm the messenger, right? Take it how it resonates to your reality. Let's get into this message. This took a little bit, right? Yeah, okay. Seven of Pentacles, as I said that. So the Seven of Pentacles energy is basically the energy of Taurus. Taurus is, the energy representing time. So the Seven of Pentacles is the state of being where it's the stagnancy. You know what I'm saying? There's sort of like you sort of like waiting on something to reveal itself. But I feel that this is not towards you. This is someone who was waiting on a downfall of your life, right? This is like someone you released and someone that refuses to be released by you. So you might have released this person, but there's in this stagnant state of being, the Seven of Pentacles, where they're slow and stagnant within themselves. This is Taurus energy once again, right? This person has no movement whatsoever in their life. I feel like this was a codependent motherfucker over here who expected you to get them out of this situation and do that for them, and you were the helping hand. You were like the energetic bank supply for this motherfucker here. They expected you to amp up their image, their caliber, make them better, evolve them, heal me, love me, you know, sex me, take care of me. I don't know, is this Queen of Sheba or some shit? You gotta be God or some shit, right? As I said that, the Temperance. So this is Sagittarius energy, right? So I feel like, you know, your reaction towards this situation was pretty, like, it's like you came from a good place. You weren't intended on hurting nobody within the circumstance. You really meant well with this person. Yeah, the King of Cups. They were, you had devotion and compassion for this individual. There was like a deep sense of caring, a deep level of understanding that you shared for them, and that's okay. God is saying that just shows your character, and with time you will see, you know what I'm saying, you will see, right? So God is saying the time has come though. So we have the King of Cups upright and the Queen of Cups reversed, you know, King of Cups upright, Queen of Cups reversed. So it's sort of like this was a dysfunctional relationship. There was an imbalance, you know. It's sort of like a level of codependency that was draining. You weren't able to really move forward. There was like a feeling of being stuck here, like I'm stuck here. Let me sip on my sipping once more. I feel like, beloved, you felt stuck because the situation was draining. God is saying that the reason it was draining is because this was a karmic energy whom you needed to just learn a lesson from and then release, right? This spirit of a person you dealt with, like their energy was presented to your life to teach you a lesson and then to further release them. So whatever you're holding on to, God is saying He will heal you with time. God thyself will heal you with time. You know, God thyself will show you a way. God thyself will reveal to you a better understanding, a form of understanding that will bring you closer to the connection you have with God thyself, right? So that you're no longer fazed by this energy, right? So God is saying, pray more about this situation if it's still bringing you some form of discontentment within your spirit. Because God is showing me here the Ace of Cups reversed and the Nine of Swords. You know, the Ace of Cups reversed. The Ace of Cups is the cup of love, right? Ace of Cups. Cups is like offering, giving, receiving, and indulging, and it's like the good stuff, the good emotions, the good feelings, the good times, right? I feel like that's where this person is stuck at, and they're worried that you are in the opposite paradigm, like you're not in the same place as them. You're not stuck on them. You're not even thinking about this person. This person feels like they're minuscule. They're this small compared to what you have going on right now in your life. They're looking at you as someone who isn't phased, or is unfazed rather, right, by their energy anymore. It's like they feel like they don't move you no more, beloved. Ooh, that's tough. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Three of Swords. This is heartbreak, right? I feel like this person is experiencing like a progression of heartbreak every time, because every time they look up at you, you are different, or you've changed, or, you know, God wants me to pull the Three of Swords. So it's like this person is sort of like in the energy of like they guarded towards your healing. Like, why are you healing? Because now that you're healing, I can't manipulate you. Because now that you're healing, I can't control you. See, these are the type of motherfuckers that want you to be toxic with them. They're not interested in the better of you or the relationship. That's what makes them fucked up. That's what makes this relationship karmic and the situation messed up within itself. God is saying it's time you understand that and take that form of understanding as closure, so that you are not stagnant also within yourself because of someone else and their burdens and their incapability to be better. Hell no. God is saying you need to do better within yourself, right? And understand that moving forward, you need to pay close attention to the people you entertain in the dating department. Because God is saying your energy is powerful. Your energy is, it's sort of like because I feel like this person was addicted, right? This was someone addicted to your energy. They couldn't stop. So it's like, this was someone who was stuck in a trance of wanting your energy, like more and more and more. I feel like this is taking a shift, a trajectory shift. There is more to the story here. God is wanting me to switch the energy decks. I feel like this person did more than just lie. They did more than just cheat. They did more than just manipulate you. They did more than just go behind your back, behind the scenes. There's more that they did. And God is saying that you need to pay close attention to the following information, because you were led to this channel for a reason. You were led to this message for a reason. There is something important you need to know that happened to you behind the scenes and was done by this person. Because I feel like this was someone who you thought you could trust, and they manipulated your energy behind the scenes. And God is saying the reason this is important, hold on, that's what I'm getting. This is it, right? This is why. It's because this person used voodoo, right, on you. Yeah, God is saying this person used black magic here. Yeah. To manipulate you, to stay with them, to have mind control over you. And they also utilize sex as the main component to do this. So this was a sex spell, sex magic, right? It's like this person went to a hierophant, high priestess energy. These be the fake spiritualists, right? Some aren't fake, some are, but those that are, either way, God is saying that they're bad people because they use their gift for bad things. So they shouldn't even be in those positions. It's wrong. They're abusing their authority. So this person would go to those type of people, those that are wicked, those that are in the trenches, those that don't even have lights on. Like you go in there, it's straight darkness. Like you just walk in and it's like, oh my God, where am I? But it be those type of people that are wicked-hearted, right? It be those type of people that have no healing within themselves or capacity to heal themselves, that want outcomes and push towards getting them and do things along those lines to do it. Like spell work works in ways that it affects how you feel and it affects what you do. So that's why it's important for you to know what was done to you, because I feel like someone overly indulged in this form of manipulation of spell work, using voodoo and whatnot, going to the darkest high priestess energy and hierophant energies to do so, right? Let's step further into the layers of this situation. God says there is so much more. So this could be a little bit lengthy, right? No problem. Let's tap in. God is saying pay attention, right? God is saying that, you should understand that, your sexual nature has its own, gift. Like everyone, and let me stick to that. Let's think about that. Sexual nature is your energy when it comes to sex. Who are you in the bedroom? All right, simply put. Who are you in the bedroom? Who are you? Are you shysty? Who are you? Are you the BDSM? Are you the tie me up? Are you the submissive, the dominant? What do you like? What are your kinks? God is saying, think about that for a minute and think about specifically what took place in this relationship between you and this individual. How did you indulge with them using the spirit of lust or the spirit of sex to do it, right? God said lust, so it was lust, because I feel like this was nothing but like strong desires and a mishmash of emotions that was prone to end, right? Because it was toxic. overindulgence, codependency here, a lot of toxicity that would have cost you your life in the end. Because I feel like this person was seeking you in that form. They wanted you to be under their spell. You know, so they went to the voodoo to do the voodoo shit, and then they went to a tarot reader specifically to tap into sort of the divination of finding sacred information about you. So this person, you know, depending on the activities that took place between the both of you, they took something of yours that had your ejaculation, right, your cum basically, and they use that, right, to go do this sex magic, right? And they also utilized their own womb blood. You know, blood magic needs sex magic needs your blood, is what God is saying. That's how these dog spirited people do this shit, right? And God is showing me a vision of it. So God is saying, be mindful, Pooh, because this is wild, right? It's like it be those situations where you sleeping with somebody and you thinking that they cool, y'all cool, it's just all fun and games. But the whole time someone is kiki in your face, and then the second you turn around, they're taking things and putting it behind, you know, whatever y'all do, and they take whatever is left, and they go and they pay to do some shit, to bind you, right? Two of Cups, to do love spells on you, right? Some voodoo shit here, for real. And God is saying you might have been completely oblivious to this because you couldn't have imagined someone doing this to you, this person especially, because you meant well. Like, in the past, God is showing me that, like, you were genuine in how you cared for this person. Hence, you're on the other side of the spectrum. You are receiving justice because this was a wrongful doing. Someone was wrong for this shit. This be the type of feminine energy that doesn't want to take no for an answer, so much so that, like, they become a burden. Like, you stop wanting to speak to them, you stop wanting to engage with them, right? These are the type of masculines that are, like, dangerously prone to predatory acts, where they follow you, they stalk you, they speak to those around you to see, like, oh, who you engaging with, like, so that they understand what's happening in your life. They have some form of understanding of what's going on with you. Like, they inquire about you left, right, and center, even with the feminine, right? I feel like this is toxic masculinity, toxic femininity here. These be these type of karmics, right? These type of people, this type of breed of individuals here that as a collective, because we vibrate on the same frequency, hence you're tapped in and you are resonating. It's because, right, we all walk the same path as a collective, and we find one another as a soul tribe. And those who are subscribed and a part of the prophetic vessel channel are part of the prophetic vessel frequency and wavelength. They're also the part of those are also people that are part of my soul tribe, right? We are one, basically. We are togetherness. We are, you know, oneness. Yeah, so God is wanting me to further tap into this message here. So God is showing me, like, your genuineness to this person. Like, I feel like you were truly genuine. You might have been vulnerable at some point to this person. God is showing me that that's when they thought they had you. Like, when you started to be vulnerable or show them some level of understanding of who you are, they felt like, oh, I have some shit to manipulate her with. I have some shit to manipulate him with. I can fuck this up for her. I can fuck this up for him. Like, this was someone who, straight from the get-go, they had plots and schemes. Like, straight from the get-go, they had their own wishful thinking. You know, they knew what they wanted from the situation. And I feel like something is backfiring heavy on this motherfucker here, this voodoo shit. I feel like God blocked it. You know what I'm saying? You're receiving this message as a confirmation of that. So God is saying you were impacted more than you think you know by this situation. It's just all based on energy. It's like, right? God is saying, like, the scary thing about this life can be, like, we never know, right, what other people behind the scenes are sending our way. We never know what other people are wishing upon us. We just living and existing, thinking that, you know, everyone is, you know, good, or not good, but we don't want to see people in a bad light. But when you look at the duality of the spectrum and understand both sides, it's better than living in the illusion that might get you fucked up in the end. Like, people like these, right? This ex of yours, that is a sad case of a fucking ex here, a loser ass motherfucker, soul loser shit. this be the type of person that you think you can trust. You trust them, you kiss them, you love them, you you see, they don't even want me to speak on this shit. Like, this energy is very, very, it's like these are the type of people you think you can trust, but this is the devil incarnated, right? This be the devil energy. The devil is any negative entity in your life. This comes in different forms, including people. This person was a devil in your life. They were a karmic lover, ex-lover, a karmic ex-lover, right? God is saying that you did not deserve. I'm sorry, you guys, but I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to stop. It's like someone was sending attacks, sort of like sending spells your way to create blockages, right? So that you don't move on. You know? That's what you need to know. At this time, I feel like this person is stuck in the projection of trying to narrate a certain outcome. Like, they don't want to let this situation go at all. So they're trying to make themselves believe something that isn't true. It's like, God is showing me that, like, as people, when you further tap into a certain mindset or a certain ideology, a concept, a way of living, a way of being, you start to really believe it. Like, that's the power of belief. That's the power of trust and faith. Like, you start to idolize whatever you believe in. It starts to become a lifestyle. You start to live in that energy of whatever you believe in. So that's why I believe in God and like everything that I do, because I know He'll tap, you know, God thyself will tap me into the higher level of consciousness. God thyself, no gender, right? God has formed us to us all. Takes different forms and does different things for us all, but it's God thyself nonetheless. And God is saying that we should just accept that. And once we learn to accept that, we learn to be one and surrender to God. And understand that God doesn't need our validation. You know, God thyself doesn't need you to be like, oh, thank you, God, for saving me and protecting me. It's not about that. You are protected because you are meant to be protected. It's your destiny, you know what I'm saying? You are in a safe place. You're in safe hands. Like, you don't have to keep looking over your shoulders. It's just letting you know that you are protected. You can be safe. You can be happy. You can, you know, not fear for your life or worry that other people are doing what, or you're not seeing this is not clear for you. God is saying that, you know, this alone is confirmation for you that you've been seeking, that you are not alone, you know what I'm saying? There are people just like you, hence they all resonate with this message. The views, the people watching, they're tapped in as well. We are all one, we go through the same things, and we are all seeking God and understanding of God, you know, and we're all trying to tap into the vibration of God. And our belief in God's protection upon our life plays a big role, because it allows us to break free from the old paradigms that people try to put on us. Like this person that's trying to put you back into your past paradigm by sending you sex spells, you know, to seduce you, make you lustful over them, make you wish for them, make you want to call them back, make you want to stress over them, make you worry about them, make you care about them. The common denominator here, God is saying make. Someone keeps wanting to make you do this, make you do that, when you don't want to do it. That's why, like, you know, it's wrong, because this person is basically playing God. That's why God has to step in, because people that do this type of shit be the people that in the long run you see with time. You know, that it was never worth it to begin with, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It was never worth it for this person to tap into these sort of things. Not for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, they only did it for what they wanted for themselves. So that's what makes them a bitter, angry motherfucker. As I'm speaking and doing this message, my throat is beginning to close up, and I'm like, there's a spirit in the room that is powerfully weak. You know what I'm saying? Those type of spirits that like to threaten, intimidate, and overpower and do this, uppercuts, lower cuts, and trying to be this, and tactics and manipulation. This be the type of person, right? They channel these sort of energies, and they come with that sort of energy themselves. That's why even sleeping with this person was a bad idea, God is saying, but it's okay. God is saying you will learn, you know, your wound will heal. For my masculine, you know, for my masculines as well, you know, you will feel this person's release from your energy as well, because I'm getting, you might feel someone tugging at you. You know, for my high priestesses here, my feminines, my hierophants, my masculines, my emperors, my empresses, my divine feminines, my divine masculines, right? My alpha males, my alpha feminines. Like, God is saying it's all right. You know, people like this are just meant to teach us what we don't want in life. And we're meant to learn and move on, and healing will come once we decide to do better for ourselves. And God is saying you have decided to do better, but that doesn't mean that this person has taken upon the same decision upon their life. This person is still making unwise decisions and choices, and they're still standing, they're still on the same shit, and they're still stuck in the same paradigm. And God is saying they want you stuck with them. That's why they keep doing this shit. They keep doing this voodoo shit and trying to... I feel like this person is continuously plotting, scheming till this day. Like, they're still trying, they're still forcing their hand. They're not understanding, they're not willing to. God is saying I should look closely at that. Like, that's alarming. Why would someone constantly do something even though they know it won't get them anywhere? What does that mean? God is saying that has a spiritual essence to it. I should look closely at that. God is saying, if this person is sending all this energy away and it's unaffected through, it's unaffected, it has no effect on you, then where is the energy going? Where is it? Because energy cannot be destroyed, it can only be transferred. We are vessels, and we are hosts of energies and channelers of spirits. Are you a channeler of the Holy Spirit, right? Any Holy Spirit can come past you and you can channel it and do good with it. Or do you channel dark spirits? Do you do dark arts like this person, this ex-lover of yours, right? This toxic masculinity, toxic femininity of an energy of a person. People make their own decisions and choices. Like, are you going to do good? Are you going to do bad? We have free will. What are you going to do? That's the test of life. We're here to learn the lessons. We're here to see the truth. Or we'll remain stuck in the same stagnant place till we learn. We'll repeat till we learn. Repeat till you learn. You stay in the same cycle, the karmic cycle, till you learn. And I feel like this person that's where they're at, right? They're stuck in a karmic cycle, in an old paradigm. God is saying where you left them, that's where they're still at. That old ass motherfucking place. They're stagnant right there still. How crazy. God is saying you should appreciate how far you've come and the better you've decided to do upon your life. Because other people don't have the same spiritual stamina as you to do good. No, they don't have the spiritual stamina. This person doesn't have any spiritual stamina here. God wants me to rephrase that. This person has no spiritual protection. This just got dark. Let's tap in. Wow, okay. So this energy just took a turn, alright? These cards came out again. We have the Three of Wands and the Five of Wands. The Three of Fire, the Five of Fire, right? The Three of Fire, the Five of Fire. The Ace of Fire. Ooh. So I feel like this person, when they were doing all of this, they were moving in haste. They didn't want to, sort of hear anything. Like, they just wanted what they wanted from the situation. It's like, I don't want to hear nothing. Just do this. You know what I'm saying? They would tell these voodoo spiritualists to do this and do that and use this and use that. God is saying, example, this could literally be, this person, you could have gave them something of yours, or they could have something of yours that they stole. Because this is a thief energy, a liar, a cheat, a manipulator, a backstabber of energy, and someone you definitely cannot trust, because you would be loose-minded to believe that this person has any capability, to be worthy of any sort of trust you can give them. Because this person is a snake. They hide behind false facades and masks. Whatever of yours they've taken, whatever of yours they've used to manipulate your energy, God is saying all that energy is backfiring on them. And now this person is worried. very worried here. Like I'm feeling this energy here. I'm channeling it. They're worried that, God is saying they're worried that you are free from their voodoo work. It has no effect on you. You actually might be protected. But at the same time, like they feel like that's the least of their worries, because what's more important is like, where is this energy going? Yeah, Nine of Swords, very worried here. Very, very worried. The Nine of Swords is a card of stress and anxiety. Worried, right? So God is saying that this person in particular, like, God keeps wanting me to pull the Nine of Swords. So I feel like this is a constant theme in this person's life, where they keep trying to fight how they feel about this situation, this connection every day. They go about it like they're normally fine, okay, they're happy, or they're putting on a false mask, a facade, an image, or reputation. They're trying to uphold a certain identity. They're trying to walk around in a certain likeness, or be perceived in a certain way by people. They're people pleasing, or doing things to look a certain way, but no one is there, right? When this person is alone behind the scenes, crying, worried, anxiety, insomnia. No one is there when these energies that this person tried to send your way come back. Like, you gotta pay the piper type energy. It's like the devil also wants his lick back, right? The devil energy, it's like a territory that you enter. And when you tap in, you have to also align yourself with that energy. So if this person did this voodoo, they would have had to uphold all of those things that they were told to do, because they had to repeat certain things for it to work. And whatever was done, this person had to tap in within their own vessel, their own body and spirit. And I feel like this person's spirit is darkened. Their heart is cold. Their soul is so dark. I feel like this person is a dark arts channeler. They channel those energies. Like, any dark spirit is void to this person. They can take upon that host, right? These dark spirits, they use this person, and this person is just like a mess. Their life is messed up. They have no spiritual protection. Their ancestors have turned their back on them because they're sick of this person's behaviors, not only just towards you, but God is saying that you need to understand the love that God has for you and the protection that is upon your life. God is saying that we as people, we don't like to acknowledge the love that God has for us. We don't like to acknowledge the protection that is upon our life, our name, our calling. We don't like to look at the purpose and the destiny that is upon our life, right? But God is saying that's the very thing that the enemy sees within us. The enemy sees us for who we are and knows us by our name, yet we don't. We don't see our own greatness, but they see it first, and then they try to take it from us. They try to destroy it. They constantly seek it for themselves, our essence, our energy, our gifts, our powers, and our own individuality. It's lusted upon by these dirty spirits and filthy angels with fake halos, right? And God is saying that alone should show us how powerful we are. That alone should show us that we are gods and deities as we walk around in this flesh of being. And the form of understanding we have of life is because of our higher consciousness. We are inclined as the most high ones as well. We walk as God-like beings, right? On earth, we have awakened. We are up. It's like, wake up, wake up, wake up, right? Wake up. And we are up. But some people aren't. Like this person, they're asleep. And they don't understand that what they keep doing is backfiring on them. They don't see it, so much so because they're lost in it. This person is lost in their voodoo. God is wanting me to close this message off. We'll presume with episode 2, right? The next time. I love you guys. This was me, Prophetic Vessel. God is wanting me to offer you my services. So I offer dream interpretation, love readings, spiritual path readings, as well as messages from God. I also offer one-on-one sessions via FaceTime, Zoom call, Skype, as well as WhatsApp video call. I'll see you in episode 2 from me. the Prophetic Vessel and the Prophetic Vessel show, right? Bye, guys. Bye.